Where do you sleep at night? In a bed? Under a roof? The United Nations defines homelessness as those households without a shelter that would fall within the scope of living quarters. They carry their few possessions with them, sleeping in the streets, in doorways or in piers, or in any other space on a more or less random basis. My name is Bea Campilan, and I'm going to convince you that homelessness is worthy of becoming a UN MDG for 2015. According to archiveglobal.org, the UN estimates that 100 million to almost 1 billion people are living without proper shelter on the streets. These facts are most probably underestimated considering the fact that most homeless try not to be identified as a homeless person and work hard to blend in with those who have a home. Research also proves that countries with the highest HDIs also have the most people on the streets. Homelessness plagues developed and developing countries alike, including the United States of America. From a list of the 25 cities with the most people on the streets, 11 are from the US. Of those millions who live on the streets, those who are the most vulnerable are the children. In the world we live in today, malnutrition and poor sanitation are just some of the factors that help increase the possibility of child mortality. Without shelter, children suffer. SafeHorizon.org and DoSomething.org both say that 1.7 million youth in the US call the streets home every year, and around 5,000 die because of assault, illness, suicide, or drugs while on the streets. Research shows that children become drug addicts on the streets, not before. What's worse is the amount of children on the streets has been increasing. America's Youngest Outcasts show that from 2006 to 2013, the amount has risen by almost 1 million children, as shown in this graph. In 2006, 1 in every 50 children in the US were homeless. In 2013, 1 in every 30 were homeless. Also, as shown in this graph, the US has been letting homeless children enroll in public schools, and the amount of children who are homeless have been increasing. Each point on the scatter plot represents each state's percentage increase from the year before and the number of students enrolled by the 1,000. Research also shows that the main reason for children becoming homeless are problems they have at home. Home may not be safe. Some youth leave home as a result of family conflict and/or physical and sexual abuse. Home may not be supportive. 20% of homeless youth identify as an LGBT. Lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender, and because of their sexual preference were no longer welcome in their home. So what can we do about it? We can't prevent the conflicts that arise from behind every household in the United States. That would be too many households with too many problems. That is why I came up with the idea of building shelters for the young. A home with foods, toilets, and beds, the basic necessities. EndHomelessness.org shows that the amount of emergency beds in the US are not enough to support the overwhelming population of homeless. For 4 years in a row, the percent of emergency beds being used has been over 100%, meaning that more beds are needed. By providing youth with shelters that they can call home if they wish, these shelters will provide them with a permanent address as well as paperwork. Permanent address will help them attend a public school and grant them a better future. The cost of building these shelters couldn't be more than $1 million each, meaning it would be possible to place one shelter in every state in the US if we had $50 million. But it would be best to focus first specifically on the states with the most homeless, New York and LA. These homes don't cost much, but they benefit plenty. By placing large shelters in these areas, we would be helping hundreds of children receive not only their human right to a home, but also brighten up their future, even if only a little bit. Thank you for watching.